goddamn roommate. What's happening?
Oh, so you gonna pop it up like that?
Okay, shit, we did that. How long we did it? 2 years? 2 years. We got that entrepreneur house. We got there getting it.
Yeah.
Hey man, so we here, Walker Review, IK Studios.
Right.
We've been seeing boats everywhere, man. So for those who haven't seen the boat, don't know the man behind the boat, tell the people who you are, where you from, and we're gonna get into SWELLY Clothing.
Okay, yeah. So I'm Dante Brach, CEO of SWELLY Clothing from Dallas, Texas. Pleasant Grove to be exact. Yeah, man, I'm the face behind the boat, I guess.
Hey man, if somebody always has to have, hey, people only see the show, but they'll never see the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But before the behind the scenes, how did you actually get started with SWELLY? Like, where did the concept actually come from?
Alright, so SWELLY, the actual name came while we was in college. Being wholesome young men in college. You know, when we were doing that. So, you know, this was around the time the word swag came out. Swag. So swag came out, but I always hated that word.
Yeah.
I ain't never liked swag.
He never used the word swag.
I was like, man, that must sound stupid. It sounds lame. So one day I went to the library, right? Me and Josh Brown, I said, man, I'm gonna find me another word. So I got on Google, I just typed in synonyms for swag. I wanted to have the same meaning, but I wanted to be something different. So I seen it was a whole bunch of names. So I seen SWELLY, I was like, okay, I'm looking for the definition. Josh Brown's name was Swashbuckle, that's what he picked.
No.
That's what I said, nah, he tried to tell me, I said, nah, that ain't it. So I looked up the word SWELLY, I was like, okay, at the time, you know, I was cold and cocky. That's my thing.
Twitter name, that's your life.
Yeah, I was cold and cocky, so I was like, okay. So I'm looking up something. So the definition of SWELLY was have confidence in everything you do, how you walk, how you talk, how you live, how everything. So when I seen that, I was like, I feel like that's me. So I said, so this was around the time, Zach, roommate Zach, he said, I'm gonna call myself Ziggy. I was like, man, I didn't like this. I said, man, ain't nobody gonna call you that shit. I said, ain't nobody gonna call you Ziggy. He said, much you want the best, somebody call me Ziggy. So around the time looking for the name, somebody walked up and said, what's up, Ziggy? So I looked at that nigga like, somebody actually call you that. So I said, I bet, I'm gonna make myself a new name. So I called myself SWELLY. He said the same thing, nobody gonna call you SWELLY. Same thing happened to him. I walked up and said, what's good, SWELLY? So that's how it works. So then I wasn't thinking about clothes at the time, but you know, I feel like me and my friends always been fashionable, so we can always wear what we want to wear, especially that room. I always said we had the iciest room.
Yeah, we had, I'm gonna let y'all know, we had the iciest roommates in the city of Dallas. We can test that up, we can go on a runway, we're gonna win.
You can do what you gotta do. So when I actually started, moved out, I had a job with the Rangers, you know, I was doing my corporate thing. I wanted to work for a professional team. I did that soon as I graduated. I was like, okay, then I found out it didn't feel right to me because I was the only like black person doing that. Like, there was I wouldn't say ain't racist or nothing, even though it's baseball. It probably wasn't racist people, whatever. But nobody treated me different. It's just you don't feel right internally. You be like, okay. I look around and nobody look like me.
You didn't feel comfortable in the surroundings, bro.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, maybe this ain't it. So I just lost the passion behind it. Like, okay, maybe I need to find something else to do. At that point, I didn't quit the season. And it was like, I ain't going back to the third year. That was my second year doing. First year, I loved it. I was like, oh, I'm in the bay about 10 me free tickets. I was like, okay. Second year, I was like, okay, that's getting old. I said, let me find something else to do. So at this time, you know, you try to make more money. So I had a sales job. I was actually good at it, but it just had to get hurt. No. That one yes feel good, but so I was like, okay, let me do something else. So I just started working. I just like, man, let me just
figure it out.
Let me just figure it out. Let me just take some time off to myself, figure it out. And this around the time was like the e-commerce, the enterprise. I was like, okay. So you remember Javeda used to sell hats? I don't think she know this, but she wanted to be there, like made me feel like I can do it. Like, my mom before she started selling hats, like I think I can sell some clothes. But I was like, man, that shit ain't gonna work. That shit ain't gonna work. Everybody gonna buy no shit from me. So then I said, let's buy hats. Selling hats. I'm like, man, they buy hats. I can. That's when I started the DB hats.
I remember that.
So that's when my first hat. I'm like, I'm gonna start selling. That's all myself. I'm like, I want to make a clothing line, but then like, I don't put DB on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be DB, you know. So I was like, let me think. The name was already SWELLY. I was like, that's easy. I got the name. So then at the point, I was like, I need a logo. I need to have like SWELLY got to have something with it. So one day, I tell people the story all the time. Everybody wondered how the boat came about. What made me think of a boat. So me and Zach, I was riding with Zach. I think he just moved from Commerce. Somehow I was just in the car with him. So I was like, hey, bro, I'm gonna start a clothing line. He like, I already do something. You know, Zach, he gonna be a friend. He gonna be supportive. I like, I need a logo. I like, what you think that should be? So you know, Zach cool. He started driving. Like, ain't nothing phasing him. He just driving. Like like 3 songs go by. We just still drive. I'm like, damn, nigga, you hear me ask you the question?
Like, you think he ignoring
I think he ignoring me. So he was like, you should do a boat. Like, randomly for like, you should do a boat. I was like, a boat? And they like, yeah. I like, why? And so I driving again. Like 2 more songs go by. He said, turn the radio down. Got dramatic with it. You know exactly what doing. He got dramatic with it. He was like, you know I should do a boat? I like, why? He said, ain't nobody doing boats. He ain't gonna turn the music up like he done dropped the joint, but he did. But so
like he done dropped the mic.
He dropped, yeah, like ain't nobody rocking boats. So that's how that started. So see, long story short, that's a long story for this, but that's how it all started. It's like a whole dynamic, a whole bunch of stuff went on. That's how the boat came about.
So you got the backstory on how the boat came. Like, but in starting a clothing line, like, what are some of the essentials that you learned in the process of starting your little clothing line?
Man, you gonna learn that you gonna make a lot of mistakes. Like it's inevitable. Like, so I was telling somebody, I ain't gonna put their name out there. They ain't lunch yet, but somebody had they said I'm gonna start a clothing line. What should I do? What should I do? They kept asking all these questions. And I was like, the more time you think about it, you want to just psych yourself out. Like, man, I'm gonna mess up. I'm gonna mess up. So I like to jump in there, just go for it. Just you don't do shirts, you doing shorts, you doing underwear. Just get it and put it online and start selling it. Because for what you think you gonna like, I'm gonna make a mistake, you ready to do this, the consumer's gonna let you know if this shit's smacking or not. Like, so when I first dropped my first SWELLY shirts, I was like, shit. I was like, I don't know how to get them made, so I had to do some research on how to get them made. So that's the one thing I say, do your research on see what you're trying to do. So when I say find a brand that you like, at least want to be like this. Start off, I want to be here. So what I did was I followed a lot of local brands, and then I followed like Tommy Hilfiger, Ralph Lauren, so I could see like, okay,
the difference.
So I could see, so that's how I started mine. So I started doing research on like how much shirt costs. That's one thing I say. So if you're doing shirts, find out how much you can get shirts for wholesale. I'm gonna just take my mistakes. Find out how much screen print costs. If you do screen print, I prefer screen print, but if you do heat press, whatever your thing is, find out how much it costs. These the places you're gonna get it done at, they can sense that you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Exactly.
So I went in there like, yeah, I want 100 shirts. And like, so niggas start asking questions, what kind of shirts you want? I'm like, shit, regular shirts. That's what I'm saying, like regular shirts. I just got the colors in mind. I ain't know like, nigga, I want better canvas, I want give. You don't know that until you get into it. So when I got there, like, I just want regular shirts. So I think niggas like, oh, we can finesse this nigga.
Right.
So when we started doing it, I was like, okay. I said, I want shirts, like, well, it don't cost you $5 a shirt plus the print cost. I was like, shit, my mind like, ain't that about trying, like, that shit sound right. And then $5, and then gonna charge me $5 to put the print on there. So it's $10 a shirt at this point. Right. So you get 100 shirts, you know, you just do that. So I was like, shit, I was like, he's like, you know, my logo's 2 colors, 3 if I do the white. So most of the time I let the shirt be the 3rd color, but so it's 2 colors. With a regular print $450, for 2 colors might be $550. So if you thinking that you start out with like $10.50 a shirt. Oh, that ain't bad. You know, so you think like you going to the mall and bought a shirt. My shirt was like $34. I'm like, ain't nothing $10.
Exactly.
So when you get that bill, you get that list, you're like, shit, it's over $1,000. It's over $1,000 pricing. So like, so I ain't know, but then when I bought it, I was like, you know, I sold shirts. And I was like, damn, I ain't really made that. I made money, but like, I can't even reorder what I did. So, so I went to the drawing board, did some more research. I like best way, you know, go to Google, best way to buy shirts for clothing line. So I started saying wholesale. Like, okay, let me look at some wholesale, like so. But people don't know I go to Alpha Broder for most of my shirts, but it's a spot in Irving. I don't believe in holding the game back, so everything I do, I'm trying to put it out there. But so spot in Irving, you can order online, you can pick it up the same day, or they can mail it if you spend a certain amount of money. But I just pick mine up, so I don't gotta worry about the shipping. So I pick it up, and the reason I pick mine up is a warehouse. You can see the other shirts. So you're like, damn, I'm gonna do hoodies. You can see that kind of hoodie. They like, you know, I look at the fill material. When I first started, I ain't none of that shit. Right. So, nigga finesse me. I think my first bill came out to like $1,500. In my mind, you know, I quit my job and had money saved. I was like, that shit sound about right. So now I can get that same work I got done. I can probably get that done for about like $600, $700. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, I didn't know that. So, but yeah. So my thing, if you start a clothing line, just do your research and don't psych yourself out with all the questions. Just jump into that shit. No, for sure. And honestly, viewers, like really. For somebody to hop on here and really give you guys the game, there's a lot of people out here who are really stingy with the game. They'll tell you, go figure it out, go read, or something like that. And speaking of reading, when we were living together, you really helped me with the knowledge of actually reading books, because I was actually ignorant to the fact of reading books. I didn't like it. I only wanted to books were only for school. I'm going to read a book because I got an assignment to do. But you opened my mind to actually receiving the knowledge from actual books that could tailor to what you're actually doing out here in this real world. Yeah. You read a lot of books. I'm trying to get on your level.
what's a book that you read and as soon as you finished it, it kind of transformed your motivation in your life going forward?
I just got to pick one.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this. Give me 4.
4 books. Okay, well I'm gonna start off with The Alchemist.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all haven't read The Alchemist. I feel like everybody should read The Alchemist. Just read it. I can't tell you what's about. I think I fuck up the book. I feel like I fucked that experience. You know, somebody watch a movie before you watch it and try to take something.
I do that.
That's one of the books I can't even tell you what it's about. Just read it. It's gonna
I'll give you a spoiler alert. Don't come around.
Okay, this book here, if you give a little bit, you're gonna fuck up the whole thing. That's what I think. So, let's see, Power Broke, Damon Jones, that started FUBU.
I finished that book like last month.
Power Broke is just, he got a lot of different stories from people that came from pretty much nothing, became millionaires, billionaires. They actually had like a goal. They talk about the dude that started Under Armour. Talk about all kind of stories in there. Yeah, that's one of the books. I'm gonna go back. For people that don't like to read about the books too long, I'm gonna give you a short book, The Energy Bus. Okay. The Energy Bus is just it'll just change your idea on how you just go about day-to-day life. It's just start being more positive, start having better energy in your life, and just transform. So that was a good book. I think that's on like 80, 90 pages, so you can probably read that book. Quick book. If you want a quick book, the last one.
Gotta make it a hit. I
don't want to be generic. I'm gonna go 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Robert Covey. I'll just say that one because that's one of the first books I read. Start thinking how like your mental work. You would think like, okay, I see what kind of person I am. You know what I'm saying? So you read like, not say the book. When you read about yourself, it's like it changed your shit. You be like, hey, he talking about me right here. And then so when you watch a TV show, you can kind of bullshit. Like the dude white, when he going through some shit you're going through, like, man, white people go through that shit. We ain't going through that. So when you read a book, I like reading books because you put your own imagination. So every time I read a story, 9 times out of 10, it's a black dude I'm reading about. I don't care if his name is motherfucking, I don't know what's the most white name you think about, but I'm making him black in my mind. So when I read books, I like books, I can make my own imagination, how she go like that. And when you say, the reason I pass so much information off is, I read something in the book, it just talked about the transferring information. It was just saying like, when you think about the most beautiful places in the world, bodies of water, it's like the oceans, the reason those water's so nice, because the water passed through different areas of water. So like this ocean connected to that ocean, so it keeps flowing. So that's the difference between like swamps and shit up in stanky ass swamps. The water's there, but don't have nowhere to go. So that's when they say when you pass your information, just make sure everybody get it, and it's gonna make your body of water better. So like we come here be like, I don't tell nobody where to get cheap shirts and better shirts. I feel like my brand ain't good. I mean, I'm scared of somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if I help y'all, I don't care if I'm your man. Like, okay, you do your monkey business. I'm telling you like, I'll do your shirt here. You spend $6 on it, you get your $3 here. You know what I'm saying? So that way, if your shit take off, you give me some game. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. So I ain't really scared of no competition. Where I could sweat it, gonna be sweaty regardless. You know what I'm saying? So.
And that's some legit shit, because when we were living in the house, he gave me game on getting monkey business going. So honestly, take heed to these words, bro, because they can definitely help you out a lot. But when your brand, if you don't move, your brand don't move. Right. How important is networking when it comes down to these brands and you just be able to not only sell yourself, but sell your merchandise?
So networking, I'm not gonna say just clothing, just in life, period. Like even if you want to be a school teacher, nigga, you got to know somebody to be this person. You want to be a principal, you got to know that. So it's like no matter every level, but networking in this business particularly is like it's life or death, because I can't do it by myself. So it's like so right now when I first started SWELLY, I ain't gonna lie, I started out with just me. I like fuck it, I'm gonna do promotion, I'm gonna do design, I'm gonna do this. The reason I did that, not because I was trying to be selfish, I want nobody to know, is just if I like ask somebody to help me, I want to know exactly what I need you to help me with. I'll make sure I can do it myself. So after a whole year of me doing everything by myself, I'm not gonna say by myself, I ain't gonna like, oh, I'm gonna hold my boy. CJ, it was me and CJ.
Shout out 100K.
CJ 100K. I'm gonna shout him out later, but I almost fucked him and left him out. So when we first started, he had the cap. This is how we started out. I don't know, this ain't the question, but so when my first year started, CJ came in. He like, bro, I want to start taking pictures like this, and I was like, nigga, I want to start selling clothes. This is how the conversation went in the living room. So I like, hey, bro, I'm finna do my first. I get my clothes. I told him this how I would fuck with CJ for the rest of my life. I said, bro, I got some shirts. I'm finna go ahead and do a photo shoot. Go ahead and take pictures. He said, bro, I ain't ready. He said, I ain't ready, bro. I don't even want to fuck with me first shit. I like, damn. So I hit up AJ. I hit up AJ. I like, hey, bro, I got a photo shoot out there. I had a booked at this train station. I need a photographer because I thought CJ was a CJ. Said he was a real nigga. He said, bro, I ain't ready yet. Exactly. So AJ came and did it. So then me and CJ started rocking. We rocked the whole like 7-8 months. Just like 100K SWELLY. If you hear one, you gonna hear the other one. So that's one form of networking. So then like the brand ain't gonna take off. Like, no matter what you doing, what you doing, you can't do this without networking. If you, I don't know, like I see him in the corner. So if you're like a trainer, like you might have to meet somebody, know somebody to do that. So
For sure.
For me, my brand, I think what helped mine, like keep people like, oh, he keep going is I get certain like celebrity figures to wear or hold a shirt type up. So that's pretty much. I be telling people like, how you be getting people to like wear sweat? I like. For a dude or a girl, you got a clothing line. If you're not scared to like approach somebody, you like, don't just, I think as a man, my mom and daddy, like, you want to go out the house, we was like, I ain't saying with shelter, but you have to know a lot now. You can't just, go to the party like, nah. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, I just been immune to it. So I got a picture of Von Miller on Instagram. I seen Von Miller, it looked like he was stressed out. Like, he had his own Von Miller day. I done seen about 100 people walk up and take a picture with him. So I knew when I went out, like, this nigga might tell me no. I was like, shit, he might say me yeah. So you gotta think about the plus side. So he did it. He had a little, you could tell by the picture, he wasn't excited about holding the shirt and shit. He did it, so I was like, shit, nobody can know that when I post a picture on Instagram. Shit. He probably ain't gonna lie, to this day, he ain't, normally he would take my shirt. He ain't take my shirt, but I was like, fuck, I fucking that shit on some GP shit, so he held my shirt up. First of all, I had a like nice little package, I'm like, I'm having steps on correct. Nigga just ripped the shirt out. Held that bitch, looked at the camera, took the picture, and gave my shit back. So I ain't taking no offense to it. I'm like, shit, I got the picture. Instagram, they don't know you gave my shit back. They gonna know when they see the interview, but they didn't know at the time that they gave that shit back. So shit, one day, now one of my like goals and sweat, like he gonna wear a fucking sweater shirt. Now he gonna come back full circle. So, but I got a little running, throw your ass in circle. But this is most surprised. So I see him at PV.
I remember that.
He was turning up at PV. Like I didn't even expect to see nobody at PV. So my first time on PV homecoming, he was there. I seen him. I'm like, that's a little running. I been walking, hey man, I do this, I do that. I'm SWELLY Clothing, blah blah blah. So just give me your address. I'm just made some stuff. I told him, you don't like it, just throw it away, give it away, charity, whatever you gonna do. I like bet. So this like 4 or 5 months later, I ain't nothing to see him anywhere. I really forgot I gave him a shirt. So I looked on Instagram one day. Who tagged me?
Now, I want to say
Sammy B. I think Sammy
somebody
B.
tagged you and I was like, bro, that's a sweater shirt.
That nigga said it, he put that on a music video. The first time we seen him wearing it. So I'm like, oh shit, that nigga. So then I had took a picture of Jacquees. I took a picture with. I got a few like so networking. I think in this business, don't be scared. Like no matter who it is, like they don't need to feel like you above nobody.
Exactly.
You don't know who. So that's a long ass answer for that networking question.
No, it's definitely needed because we need this younger generation to understand that things ain't gonna happen unless you make it happen. And networking, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing without a team. I had a conversation with a guy. He said, bro, at Pappadeaux's, your food don't get to your table just by the waitress. It goes from the waitress taking your order to they passing that order around to the kitchen, to the chef making it, then going to the waitress to your table. So it's all a team effort.
That sound nasty. Now you making niggas think about all niggas touching my food if I get
ain't touching the food.
I get it's
a process, man, at the same time. But did you honestly ever think it would be this big to where you see all these boats and you really can have to continue to create these creative ideas to keep your brand afloat? Do you ever think it would get that big?
To be honest, I don't even think it's big. Like so somebody hit me up the other day, like I see these sweaty shirts. They were, how can I get one? And I was like, you see a member? They're like, yeah, I see a member. So I think if you got that grind, that hustling, so when I go out, everybody like, oh, they got a sweater shirt. Look at that sweater shirt. So we go like, you and say, oh, there's a lot of niggas that I was surprised. I was like, damn, niggas really fuck with you, boy. But my mind was, so everybody looking at who got the shirts. I guess I'm CEO, I'm looking at the different. I'm looking at, look at all the motherfuckers that don't got the shirt. So that's how I look at it. I think that's keep my grind going. So when you say, this big, I think I can get to this point, yeah, because I feel like my mindset, I would say like I want to compete with Nike. That's not like my silent dream. Nobody know that. I guess you watch this interview.
You're giving us some gems.
Yeah, so my silent goal in life, I just want to be. I want to outsell Nike for one day. I don't want like they might beat me a whole year, but one day like January 3rd, sweat out so Nike. I want some shit like that. So that's my goals. I got to keep on building, but that's like a silent goal I got for myself. So
understand, it's all about setting those goals for yourself so you can be able to make sure you obtain them. But what is a piece of advice that you either read or somebody told you that you actually translated and actually held dear to yourself?
My dad, man. We just talk all the time about like financial stuff, entrepreneur stuff. So it's crazy. Yesterday we had a whole conversation about like why you want to work for yourself. So no matter what reason, we had the same kind of like. So when you work, no matter how much you get paid, you get paid $10 million, $5 million, NFL player, getting this NBA player. But you working for somebody, so somebody got the authority to say you gonna get paid this amount this year. It's all you gonna get. So you get you say you get $100,000 job, you still they put a confinement on your salary. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is if I grind this year, I may make 100,000. Next year, I might make 200,000. Can't nobody tell me how much I can make this year. You know what I'm saying? So that's when he was talking about, like, he making a lot of sense right now. So, you know, me coming in like $100,000, I know I can do $100,000. He made me think about it different. He like, man, he said, so this is what he said. His exact words said, he said, Jay-Z and Diddy, can't nobody tell them how much money they gonna make. I'm like, damn, you right. You know what I'm saying? Like, Diddy, he finna drop, I think it's cognac, with the somebody with the rock. So you know, so you can't stop that, man. Same with Jay. So it's like, so now I'm thinking about shit like that. Like, so my mind just reads just all on some more shit now. So.
I got you. But with your personal goal out selling Nike for one day, even if it's one day, what's the ultimate goal that you see not only for yourself, but with SWELLY Clothing?
Well, my ultimate goal, it ain't got nothing to do with like SWELLY. My whole life, I just wanted to retire my parents, you know. I didn't want my parents to work for the rest of their life, you know what I'm saying? I know, I see my grannies, their whole life has been working, you know what I'm saying? But so I want my parents, hopefully, I don't know, I can put no timetable on it, even in my hands. So, but my goal is just like one day they can just wake up, I'll be like, what we doing today? Like, shit, what you want to do? So that's how I see that for a whole month. Look, let's go out the country. And then my goal is to SWELLY doing good. I can make more money while I'm on vacation than I did. You know what I'm saying? So like that's a vacation. When you make more money. Yeah. So speaking of that, so Mother's Day, I had a Mother's Day sale. I said, fuck it. Cause I love my mom so much. I was eating. I was just like fuck it. I just said, hey man, we can do half off everything. Just I talk to my mom like, so it's a mama's out there like this. Is my appreciation to her. So I'm taking her to eat. We went to the movie. We went to the mall. And that sale, I done made more money than I spent on her that day. I was like, this gonna be a lick. This gonna really happen for you, boy. So that's how my goal is. So that's kind of shit I want to do. Just take care of my family for the rest of my life.
Nah, that's what's up, bro. And honestly, just the work that you put in and the simple care. Yeah. At the same time, bro, it's not like you're just doing it for yourself. You think of others in mind. So that's deeply respected. Honestly, I got a feeling like down the road, bro, we're gonna see Lil Yachty in the boat.
Yeah, man. So I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been trying to reach out to him. You know, I DM when I hit the managers and shit, but they ain't even back yet. But they ain't tripping.
Hey. Just like in 5 months, you gave that shirt to Lil Ronnie.
You have
say in a video.
I just like some people like you just shoot DM to these celebrities. Something like that's one way I do it too. Like I DM like certain people that got 100,000, 200,000 followers. Some of them just send me their address. Just man, that's all. I ain't see them worried, or they might worry when they go to sleep and shit. That's how I look at it.
I got you. But nah, seriously, continue to do what you're doing with SWELLY Clothing. If you guys haven't got a vote, y'all need to get on the way.
Before we end it, just for you starting your shit back, man. I've been telling you, man, you shouldn't have stopped doing this walk review shit about 6-7 months ago. Yeah, just for you, so this might get you SWELLY Clothing. You know, I know you like colors and shit, so I gave you a gray shirt, but yeah, so that's my gift for you for doing what you're doing. And I'm gonna go ahead and give you my own testimony. Don't let excuses stop your progress. What is excuses?
Tools of
so you ain't gotta do that right now. You ain't gotta do that right now.
I'm saying like this, man. Life is not gonna stop, and the more that you sit here and continue to give excuses on why you can't do it, you pushing yourself further away from the progress. So seriously, don't wait for it. Don't wait for somebody to encourage you to do it. Just go out there and simply do it. But as you can tell, we back going, and we ain't going nowhere, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate it.